Hi everyone, this is Who Gets the Glory, and today we're reading Streams in the Desert for April 29th. Elijah was a man just like us. He prayed earnestly. James 5:17. Thank God Elijah was just like us. He sat under a tree, complained to God, and expressed his unbelief, just as we have often done. Yet this was not the case at all when he was truly in touch with God. Elijah was a man just like us, yet he prayed earnestly. The literal meaning of this in the Greek is magnificent. Instead of saying earnestly, it says he prayed in prayer. In other words, he kept on praying. The lesson here is that you must keep praying. Climb to the top of Mount Carmel and see that great story of faith and sight. After Elijah had called down fire from heaven to defeat the prophets of Baal, rain was needed for God's prophecy to be fulfilled. And the man who could command fire from heaven could bring rain using the same methods. We are told Elijah bent down to the ground and put his face between his knees. 1 Kings 18:42. Shutting out all sights and sounds, he put himself in a position beneath his robe to neither see nor hear what was happening. Elijah then said to his servant, "Go and look toward the sea." 1 Kings 18:43. Upon returning, the servant replied, "There's nothing there." How brief his response must have seemed. Nothing. Can you imagine what we would do under the same circumstances? We would say, "just as I expected," and then would stop praying. But did Elijah give up? No. In fact, 6 times he told his servant, "Go back." Each time the servant returned, saying nothing. Yet the 7th time the servant reported, "A cloud as small as a man's hand is rising from the sea." 1 Kings 18:44. What a fitting description, for a man's hand had been raised in prayer to God before the rains came, and the rains came so fast and furiously that Elijah warned Ahab to go down before the rain stops you. This is a story of faith and sight, faith cutting itself off from everything except God, with sight that looks and yet sees nothing. Yes, in spite of utterly hopeless reports received from sight, this is a story of faith that continues praying in prayer. Do you know how to pray in that way? How to prevail in prayer? Let your sight bring you reports as discouraging as possible, but pay no attention to them. Our Heavenly Father lives, and even the delays of answers to our prayers are part of His goodness. Arthur Tappan Pearson. Each of the 3 young boys once gave a definition of faith that illustrates the important aspect of tenacity. The first boy defined faith as taking hold of Christ, the second as keeping our hold on Him, and the third as not letting go of Him. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.